Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 874.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about Dogecoin. What is it? Why is it popular? Is this a gimmick or is this the real deal? Well, we've seen lots of craziness about this new cryptocurrency known as Dogecoin. It's actually not that new. It's been around since 2013. It's actually one of the older cryptocurrencies, but it's new to a lot of people because of the attention that it's been getting. And it's been getting a lot of attention because of the returns that it's been getting and also the acceptance that it's been getting. So what is Dogecoin? Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency that is a peer-to-peer form of money. That means there's no central bank in the middle. There's nobody organizing this. This is a decentralized form of currency. It actually was said to have started as a joke. It was a fork off of the blockchain of Litecoin. But Elon Musk, richest man in the world, started tweeting about Dogecoin, and that started a frenzy of people buying it. In the VIP experience, we actually had also recommended buying Dogecoin, but more because it gained legitimacy when the Flare network said they were going to build upon the Doge platform. And that meant that it added a functionality to Doge that would allow you to essentially be your own bank and collect different forms of passive income. When it became so legitimized by the Flare network, it had to be added into our recommended list of cryptocurrencies, of which there are 8 blue chip cryptocurrencies now. These cryptocurrencies are expected to be leaders in their field and in their particular areas, and Doge, I think, is set to be the people's currency, which is what its nickname is. I think what we're seeing is the people choosing what cryptocurrency they want to use. And it's not just here in the United States, it's all around the world. This morning, I woke up to a 35% additional increase in the price of Dogecoin after going to sleep last night. And to me, that says that Asian markets were buying Bitcoin while I was sleeping. So this is a worldwide phenomena. But many people don't realize that already 38 companies have approved the use of Dogecoin as a currency to buy their products. Mark Cuban, billionaire owner of the Mavericks, is one of them who has accepted Dogecoin for payment of Mavericks tickets and merchandise. It's rumored that Amazon is considering approving Dogecoin. So I had to do a little bit of digging, and what did I find? I found some possible evidence. Can't say that it's bulletproof, but I can say it looks very promising that Amazon could in fact be considering Dogecoin for payments. What evidence do I have? Well, this is a screenshot of a conversation that somebody had with Amazon.com. It shows the lock at the top and Amazon.com. So it was on their website, and it says, "I heard you are accepting Dogecoin. How can I link my account? When will you be able to add that as payment?" And the response from customer support said, "Hello, I understand your concern. Please allow me a moment." Then they came back, and they said that Dogecoin are not currently accepted as a payment method yet, but we are getting lots of requests regarding this, and the team is already working on it, and it will be accepted very soon. This definitely is being considered, I believe, by Amazon, by PayPal, by eBay. All kinds of payment companies and other types of companies are looking into possibly accepting Dogecoin. This could be the first widely accepted cryptocurrency for the consumer. So let's delve a little bit deeper into Dogecoin. According to CNN Business, it says, like all cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin is a digital currency that can be bought and sold like an investment and spent like money. Although each crypto is unique, it shares some similarities with its better-known peers. Its code is based off the script for Litecoin, for example, but it has a couple of key differences. Unlike Bitcoin, which has set 21 million as the finite amount of the digital currency, Dogecoin has 129 billion coins in circulation and will continue to make new blocks of coins available to mine each year. That's part of the reason one Dogecoin is currently valued at about 3 dimes and a Bitcoin is worth about $62,000. How did Dogecoin start? It was created December 6, 2013 by a pair of software engineers as a joke. Billy Marcus, an IBM programmer from Portland, Oregon, set to differentiate his crypto from Bitcoin, which was steeped in mystery with an anonymous creator and at the time attracted a small, niche group of miners. Marcus wanted his cryptocurrency to be open to the masses. He looked for help making his dream a reality and found Jackson Palmer, who worked for Adobe. Palmer purchased the domain Dogecoin, a nod to the Doge meme that was all over the internet at the time. The website nods to its joke origins at the very top. Its Shiba Inu mascot is the first image on the page, mimicking the meme that inspired it, which features the same dog. Goes on to say, Dogecoin is no longer a joke. Its popularity has soared astronomically this year, buoyed in part by the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But Elon Musk is the loudest and most prominent supporter of Dogecoin. One of his bizarre tweets to his 50 million followers can send the crypto surging. That's what happened in April when Musk tweeted, "Doge barking at the moon," and shared a photo of a painting by Spanish artist Juan Miró, which is titled "Dog Barking at the Moon." Dogecoin has also enjoyed something of a cult status on internet message board Reddit, where a popular group, not unlike the Wall Street Bets group behind GameStop's rally, decided earlier this year to propel its value to the moon. Dogecoin soared over 600% in the wake of that push. Not benefiting from the coin's soaring growth is Marcus, who sold all his Dogecoin when he was laid off in 2015. He used it to buy a Honda Civic. I hope that doesn't end up being an $82 million car, as the first people who spent Bitcoin spent 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 pizzas, and it ended up being an $82 million couple of pizzas. This is so early on in the cryptocurrency phase that we're going into that I don't recommend selling any cryptocurrencies at this point. Although the gains are mind-boggling and astounding, and therefore people assume that we're in a bubble, I think nothing can be further from the truth. We are very, very early in a new Internet of Value, Web 3.0, where we are redefining what currency is. And we're doing that on a worldwide basis. Currencies trade in the trillions of dollars every single day. The markets for currencies are much bigger than securities. So people don't understand how the numbers can get so big, but that's because they're comparing them to stocks and not to currencies. These returns have been astounding. When you look at Doge jumping by 35% in a few hours, and you consider that investing $1,000 in Doge on January 1st of 2021 would be worth $115,000 today. And with it gaining more acceptability and being accepted by more stores and establishments, I think its value is only going to grow. And maybe that explains why Mark Cuban said he would never sell even one Dogecoin in the future. And he has his son buying Dogecoin. That tells you a little bit about what he thinks the potential value might be for Dogecoin. Another reason that the Dogecoin value has been skyrocketing a lot lately is that it's been added to new exchanges. Several new exchanges have just started offering Dogecoin, so you can buy it in more places now. But it's also because of an appearance by Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live this Saturday night. That's right, on May 8th. Elon Musk is going to appear on Saturday Night Live, and many people think he's going to mention Dogecoin. That's caused many first-time buyers to come in and speculate to buy before his appearance on Saturday Night Live in anticipation of a possible run-up into that show. And back to what I said about it possibly being accepted by Amazon one day. Some people have speculated if Amazon in fact does approve Dogecoin for payment, it could spike Dogecoin 10x from around 50 cents to around $5. So there still is apparently room for future appreciation due to a major announcement like one coming from Amazon. But a lot of financial publications and shows are talking about this being the end of the bubble, not the beginning of the bubble. But I beg to differ. I've been through lots of bubbles in my lifetime, and I've gotten pretty good at identifying bubbles. And this to me is not the end of a bubble. It's the beginning, the very beginning. You see, the end of a bubble is where everybody's positive on it, including covers of magazines and everybody on television talking about how fantastic it is and how they finally have bought into the fact that this is an incredible asset. We are far from that. There's so much negativity and fear, uncertainty, and doubt about these things. We're hearing nothing but belittlement, criticism, doubt, and negativity, that is not what happens at the peak of a bubble. At the peak of a bubble, there's no one left who's negative. At the peak of a bubble, everyone owns the asset and favors the asset and only believes the asset can go up from here. It's common to talk about it at cocktail parties and make recommendations that everyone buy it because they own it and have had great success, and you should own it too. And most importantly, Wall Street will have already sold it to millions of investors. That is more a sign of a peak of a bubble than what we're seeing right now. It's very early and it's still very misunderstood and still very hated. And when an asset is hated, that's the most bullish thing I can find, is when people can't stand it, when they think it's a joke, when they think it's terrible, can never succeed, isn't the one that's going to work. Those are all the things I love to hear because that is the exact opposite of bubble talk. No, we are so early in this trend that people don't understand how big this technological boom is and that it's much bigger than the internet boom that we went through over 20 years ago. But that was the end of the internet boom. By that time, everybody was in, including the magazine covers, and they were all touting that it was a new age that was going to continue forever. That was the peak of the bubble. We are back years before the internet bubble, when the very first companies were just being discovered, when people really didn't understand what the internet was and how it was going to change our lives and how ubiquitous it was about to become. And that is what is happening with cryptocurrencies and blockchain. People don't understand that value is about to be tokenized, that all things are going to be digitized, and that the blockchain is going to authenticate everything. So it will get rid of all the fraud, duplication, fakes, forgeries, and all of that. No, what's happening is so life-changing, and yet people have been told to stay away from it. Yet the institutions are running in. Big venture capitalists are raising $1 billion to invest in cryptocurrencies. Top performing institutions like Harvard and Yale are dying to buy more cryptocurrency. The affluent family offices, the wealthiest people in the country, are buying cryptocurrencies, but they're telling everybody else not to buy them. They're telling everybody else it's a bubble. They're telling everyone else it's a joke. It's not going to last. Don't bother investing in it. It's too late. Hogwash. This is the biggest thing we've seen in our lifetimes, and I've never seen a bigger investment opportunity than right now. I have to warn you that cryptocurrencies are very volatile, and they can be up 30% to 50% and down 30% to 50%. And sometimes that can happen in a day. They swing like crazy and they're volatile. But if you have a long-term perspective, if you can put 3 to 5% of your portfolio in cryptocurrency, I think there are fabulous gains to be made. And therefore, you don't have to invest a lot of money. You can hold your nose and put a couple $100 in it, which is what I had my people do initially. I basically had to cajole them to just throw a couple $100 at this until they got the hang of it and saw what the returns were and how incredible this has been. Our initial investment has over a 1,300% return right now. And Doge is another one that has been doing fantastic. But we have others that I think have yet to even wake up. And the whole altcoin trend hasn't even woken up. Why do I say that? Well, the altcoin trend that peaked back in 2017 left us chart patterns. And it left us certain statistics that we can refer back to and compare to today. And we're almost in the mirror image of the early stages of that 2017 bull market, when it really just started to take off. During that time, what happened was that Bitcoin was losing some of its dominance. That means that money was flowing out of Bitcoin and into some of the smaller cryptocurrencies. They're called altcoins. Those cryptocurrencies, such as Dogecoin, started to do well, and Dogecoin back in 2017 kicked off that bull market. So it could be that Dogecoin is kicking off the next altcoin bull market, and many people think that's exactly what's happening. It's happening all over again. Only this time, the dominance that Bitcoin has been losing wasn't just over a few months, it's been happening for longer than a year, which might be telling us that the bull market that results from this will continue longer than that one did as well. I think we're going to see Bitcoin lose its dominance and money go into cryptocurrencies that have major uses, that do something. Now, Dogecoin is somewhat unique in that it is just a cryptocurrency, but it does, as I said, have the additional blessing from the Flare network that is going to be able to create passive income in conjunction with Doge. So it will have a functionality as well as be a cryptocurrency. I've talked about one of my other favorite cryptocurrencies and mentioned that it is going to be the bridge currency to handle all of the money and be able to exchange foreign currencies into one another from any currency to another currency without requiring the $24 trillion that banks have to keep on deposit for foreign currency exchange normally. This is going to free up all that money that's been stuck in the banks and allow central banks to exchange massive amounts of money quickly with little energy usage and for a fraction of a cent, which is a huge improvement over the SWIFT system that we currently have, which takes days to settle, which is very expensive, and is really only a messaging system and not very good technology since it was developed in the 1950s. If you want to hear the full interview that I did about this amazing new technology and one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, go to my website at lindapjones.com and click on the blog. And the top article is called The Future of Wealth Building with Cryptocurrencies. And it's an hour interview that I did on a podcast where I answered all kinds of questions about the future of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And people say it was a very eye-opening interview that colored in a lot of the blanks that they didn't understand about cryptocurrencies. So go on over to lindapjones.com and hear that interview that's posted at the top of my blog. All of the links there are in the blog post. So there's links if you're an Android user or links if you're an Apple user. You can find a way to listen to those interviews on the blog post. So where does Dogecoin go from here? Well, today it's the fourth largest cryptocurrency behind Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance Coin. And that's saying a lot. I think we're seeing the people adopt a peer-to-peer currency They're choosing the one they want to use as a spendable digital form of money. And we're going to see more widespread adoption and announcements from companies that they're going to accept Dogecoin as payment. The more use that it has, the more valuable it can be. And the Amazon endorsement would just be one big endorsement that could take it up 10x from here. But there are other endorsements, and it's more important that it be broad and that a lot of companies accept it. So we'll see if more companies start to announce that they're accepting Doge as a form of payment. That's good news, and that increases its usability, and that will increase its value. To me, this is not a fad. This is Web 3.0. It's where we're going. It is the next version of the internet, and it's going to be incredibly valuable. So do your own research. Don't consider this investing advice, but if you want to know more, and if it's something that you are interested in finding out more about and having someone help you with it step by step, check out the VIP experience. I think you'll be glad you did. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.